So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final here of the Smashing Cricket T20 2022. St. George's College proudly hosting this event as always, and CABS are sponsoring this one. And for all you viewers at home, in case you're wondering, the teams will be lining up for a moment of silence for the passing of an absolute legend of the college, former pupil, teacher, headmaster, Brendan Tiernan. So, teams just lining up here for
Ladies and gents,
the moment silence.
Please, I know that you're having a lot of fun in the tents, but if I can just have your attention. Some sad news this afternoon. It's a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a special good afternoon to all the gentlemen cricketers from the 11 schools represented here today. We'd like to thank you and your coaches and managers for agreeing to wear black armbands today in special memory of Mr. Brendan Tiernan.
In case you can hear, can't hear that in the background.
And old Georgian himself,
Headmaster Brendan Tiernan has passed away, so we're just going through the processes here.
In all, he spent
So, moments away here from the 2022 final. St. Andrews just getting their last instructions. Please, could we have the All set here. Scorers, are we ready? Not yet. Not yet, Fozzie. Zach Mickelwright to get us underway here, as he's done all tournament long for St Andrews. Mudimu on strike. Absolute gem to start us off here. Line and length straight away from Mickelwright. Told me he got some advice from Captain Nick Lane, also a left arm seamer. So good advice there, Skip. Yeah, on the money is Mickelwright. 2 dot balls to get us underway here in the final. Coming down the track is Mudimu, and again another dot ball to Mickelwright. So Mudimu still yet to get off the mark. Squaring up, quick single into the cover. Stora has a shy, but Mudimu comfortably home. So off the mark is Mudimu and Peterhouse in this final. 1 for no loss at the moment, and that brings the dangerous Kian Arnold on strike for Peterhouse. Just making sure his guard is correct. Zach will stay over the wicket to Arnold. On the ground. 1 run. Oh, he's hit! What do you say, Oh, close. Fozzie shaking his head. And quick single there. Arnold off the mark, first up.
Who was that fielder, sir?
Murray Wilson at mid-off. Doing great work there. Oh! Very, very close. By a frame. Dot ball to finish the over there, so great over for St Andrews. 2 for no loss after the first over, and Arnold will take guard, and that brings Big Bert onto the deck for his first over of this final. He's bowling for Willie McDonald's house in. Back of a length. Arnold onto the pull. Didn't quite get a hold of it, but this outfield is quick at St George's, so 4 runs for Peterhouse. Opening up is Kian Arnold, first boundary of his innings. 6 for no loss. Back of a length again, dropped into the offside field for 1. So that brings Mudimu back on strike. Just getting up from umpire Tabi. Steaming in is Bert White from the far end. Down the ground, Mudimu over the offside ring. Doesn't quite get to the boundary, tidied up. Matt Beamer's doing the tidying up there. So just the 2 runs for Mudimu. Back over length, up in the air and over the infield, Micklewright tidying up there. So another 2 to Mudimu. Signalling his intent here is Simba Mudimu. Not here for a short time, but a good time. Change of field. Third man comes up. Milan drops back. White. Dot ball. It's been an eventful first over for Bert White. Going for 9 so far in this over. Down the track goes Mudimu. Lovely shot down the ground. And he's got his first boundary on the board. So ends the over with some positive intent. White going for 13 in that over. The score is 15 for no loss after 2. Is at the non-strikers end for this over. Arnold to face Micklewright. Slow ball out the back of the hand there from Micklewright. Watchful was Arnold. Top ball. Again, another dot ball. Pitched up, down the ground. No run there to Griffin. So 3 dot balls here in Micklewright's second over. In the arc, and Arnold finds another boundary through square leg. So 19 now on the board for Peterhouse. Can't put it on his pads. He's strong off his pads as Kian Arnold. Swing and a miss there, dot ball. Last ball of the over here. Slow ball, pitched up, down the ground. Wilson, just the single there. So with that single, that ends the third over. 20 for no loss up Peterhouse, and Arnold will be on strike in the fourth over. Change of bowler. By the looks of things, looks like Matt Beamish is coming into the attack from Minnie McDonald's house end. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, there are some lucky dip prizes that are up for Beamish. Starts on the wide. Umpire Charby stretching his arms. So we'll be asked to bowl that one again. Fuller this time from Beamish. No run. Shorter this time. Helped around the corner by Arnold for 1. Brings Wadimu back onto strike. He's been at the non-strike zone for quite a bit now. So you will want to stamp his authority on this over. Heaved into the leg side field for no run. So after 3.5 overs, Peterhouse find themselves 22 for no loss. It's a bit of a lull here around the ground. Tense final. Mudimu down the wicket again, over the offside boundary. Carr airing after that, and 2 more runs to Mudimu's total. He moves on to 11 now. Down the ground goes Mudimu, just for one. Last ball of the 4th over for Matt Beamish. Just making sure that the fine leg is up in the circle. And guided down the ground. And not even Alex Griffin can get to that one. So 4 more runs to the total. Lovely hands there from Arnold. At the end of the 4th over, Peterhouse are 29 for no loss. So change of bowler from the National Parks end. Brad Storer. Up in the air, falling short. Valiant effort from Alex Griffin in the outfield. Mudimu, another 2 to the total. Good stop. Down ground for no run. Use of his feet. Demo on the charge. Wilson. He's had one shy so far, unsuccessful. Just missing the stumps there. Again, could have been tight. So Mudimu off strike. Another run to the total. 32 for no loss. Peterhouse. Arnold on strike. Down the ground. Tidying up is Storer. Off his own bowling. Short up now. Arnold down the ground for one. Demu living an absolutely charmed life here. Inside edge, over the stumps for 2, down to fine leg. And at the end of the 5th over, that takes the total to 35 for no loss. Peterhouse looking comfortable at the moment, going at 7s. And looks like Beamish to continue from the far end.
Cracking start for Beamish and a 2nd over. Whizzing now past Arnold. Trying to guard that one down to 3rd man, but unfortunately straight to the keeper, Arnold. Peterhouse having built quite a nice partnership now. Partnership of 35. 17 for both Simba and Kian. Trying the same again, not coming off. Matt Beamish will be enjoying the way the serve is going as of now. He certainly will be looking to build more pressure using those dot balls. And Arnold says, enough of that. Earns himself a boundary. 35 without loss after what? After 4 in the over. That's exactly what Arnold would have needed. And unfortunately, he falls the very next ball. Matt Beamish. Disturbing the timber to send back Arnold. Inside edge. And has to leave. And then walks in another diminutive figure. Got a couple of those in that Peterhouse dugout. Next in, Sean Bennett. Kian Arnold departs for 21. Tell you what, he's amazing Thursday, Friday. Something had to tell, and eventually today is the day. Not so many in the previous game. 21 in this one. To end his tally. New man in, Sean Bennett. Guarding that one to the man at backward point. Nothing giving to end that Matt Beamish over. After 6 overs, 39 without loss, Peterhouse.
Just lost a wicket.
Without for 1, I beg your pardon. Simon Mudimu, like he has done pretty much all game, freeing those arms, looking to do so. Hasn't come off on this occasion. Getting the St Andrews boys excited. Tries the same. Brad Storer spinning webs, it looks.
This is our first T20.
Call him Spider-Man.
We don't play T20, we play like time cricket.
Getting something on that Mudimu, coming back for 2. He's done very well with that running in between the wickets, even when Arnold was with.
So Chris, yeah, basically. It's like a pre-season
Carrying on with having the scoreboard ticking on Peterhouse. 41 for 1. More leg buys. Carved through the covers. and cut off quite well by St Andrews. A good take by the keeper. One remaining in this over. Not interested at all to end the over. That's another dot ball by Brad Storer. 43 for 1. After 7 overs are Peterhouse. Scoring at about 6 and over. Sima Mudimu is the man at the moment. He has been in the longest, 17 runs. Schroeds comes into the attack. Sibu Siso, but Schroeds as he's popularly known amongst his mates. Shrodesy. Straight back to the bowler, unfortunately not getting as much as he'd have liked to have. Schroeds cross for a single. Looking to be attacking, playing very positive cricket is Mudimu. Peterhouse tallies man as we go on to this inning. He's been in the longest. Moving his tally shows, changing his field around, ordering his men around. Dancing down the wicket, getting down past the bowler, looking to come back for 2, but no, definitely wasn't on. Bennett was not interested at all. Takes over strike. Not interested as Mr. Umpire, and whilst they appeal, the Peterhouse P is still a single. And that single registers Peterhouse's 50, which comes after 7.4 overs. Freeing up those arms, getting down the ground. Well looked after by the St Andrews pair out in the outfield. And another quickly stolen single to cap off the over. And after 8, Peterhouse finding themselves 52 for 1, going at a rate about 6 and over. Sean Bennett 4. Sima Modimu, the current talisman for Peterhouse, finds himself just going over around a ball, 23 of 24, with 2 boundaries to his name. Brad Storer coming back into the attack to bowl his third over. Figures off 7 for none. Freeing up those arms, but will he find that man who was in at backward point? And yes, he has to go. Stuart Carr just running in a little and opening up his palms. Takes a beautiful catch to see the back of Sean Bennett. Unfortunately, does not have a long stay at the crease. Campbell Macmillan is the new man at the crease. Starting to get some sort of breakthrough. Oh, the St Andrews boys, 2 wickets for them after 8.1. Peterhouse find themselves 52 for 2. Over the man, and Modimu manages a single. And again, this left-right hand combination forcing some changes in the field for St Andrews will be quite annoying. Some excitement behind the wickets. Ball the fast one, but unfortunately called going down leg. And Macmillan survives that little scare. Mr. Umpire not interested one bit. 2 to go in the over. Through the covers. Pushing that field up, but he retrieves it quite well. Dug out the block hole. Lots of work to do for that man there, but he comes that one off to end the over with a single. Peterhouse 55 for 2 after 9 overs. Currently in Simba Modimu, Campbell Macmillan. Unfortunately wide for Sibu Siso on his first ball of his second over. A bit full, just played down the ground for a single. down the ground, but well stopped. Well, a half stop, I'll tell you that. Had he not put anything to that, that would have whizzed straight due to the boundary. So, do a good job to save a certain form. Only managing a single on the Peterhouse pair. Dancing down the track, skies that one. Did he put enough on it? He sure has. Simba Mudimu registering a maximum for Peterhouse. And after 9.3 overs, Peterhouse find themselves 64 for the loss of 2 wickets. Simba Mudimu leaded 32 runs. And his first maximum. So 9 having come off this over already. Sibu Siso will be under a bit of pressure now. Played through to the covers, but confident running has been a tale of how Peterhouse go along with their setting on of runs, or putting any runs on the board. Macmillan extremely fast, we see what Mudimu is made of. Partnership of 14, slowly building, trotting on nicely. Play and a miss, an appeal. Mr. Umpire is not interested, and Mudimu lives to fight another day. And at the end of the 10th over, 66 for 2. Partnership of 14 currently.
Stuart Carr's way. Stuart Carr. I think, wait, no, never mind, it's still Brad. They just changed their mind.
Brad Starr comes back into the attack. Some pace on that one to start off his over with. Dancing down the track is Macmillan. Keeping that scoreboard ticking up Peterhouse, and that's exactly what they will want to do. He's put that one up. Will that catch be taken, man? It's my fault. As we see Camel Macmillan register another maximum for Peterhouse. I'm waiting for the run to be. Macmillan with some more runs, pulling that one and finding the rope. 79 for 2. 15 to Macmillan's total. Straight back past the bowler.
I see in the field, you know that sounds true.
I'm sure he was. I think it was just more the
Dancing down the track as Mudimu slaps down across with a beautiful pull shot. Really trotting on nicely here. Picking up that run rate. It's climbed to 7.3. Simo Mudimu, 38 runs to his tally. 84 for 2 after 11.3 of Peterhouse. That's another well-worked shot. Coming back for 2. It's going to be quite close. Direct hit would have had him in trouble, but they make it quite easily. Dancing down the track, trying to be a bit more aggressive, which he has shown as the hallmark of his game. Another big swing and miss to end this over. 86 for 2 after 12. New man into the attack, Stuart Carr. Straight into the block hole, but well worked by the Peterhouse pair. Macmillan scampers across for a single. Mudimu on strike now. Short and pulled, but finding the man. Lucky to have gotten away with that one. Another short. Brad started with it. Dancing down the track.
Are you showing me what my husband?
Want to go in this car over. More buys, getting past everything there. Hands on knees for Modimu, nose down was closed. Building a nice partnership at the moment of this Peterhouse pair. And after 13, 91 for 2 is the current score. Macmillan 18, Modimu 41. Beamish, yep.
Part of the snot.
New man into the attack, Ollie Snart. That one's been skied. And unfortunately, St Andrews putting down another catch. They've had a couple of chances. Campbell Macmillan. Cut shot, finding that sweep up.
It isn't the 10 for first. Like,
Yeah, first round. But they've been changing the 10 up, but these days it's 4.
But down the ground, has he got enough of it? No, he has not. Being tied down to just the one run.
Last half an hour. I don't know, I think it's I don't think we have.
Simba Mudimu on strike, 42 runs to his name. Short, pulled, not getting as much as he'd have liked on it. Being looked after quite well in the outfield, just one run. More singles for this Peterhouse pair. And at the end of the over, 98 for the loss of 2 wickets. 6 overs remaining in this one. Peterhouse currently going at a rate of about 7 runs and over. Currently up the crease are Campbell Macmillan, Simba Mudimu. Simba Mudimu finds himself with 43 runs to his name. Campbell Macmillan, 23. Big swing, stumped, but umpire says not out. Not today, try again next time, lad. Matthew Poole with some quick hands. Fixing his own damage. Absolutely. Heaved on the ground. You know, apart from those drop catches, St Andrews doing really well in the field. A lot of 2 opportunities being kept down to just 1, nothing more than that. And on this occasion, Mudimu has to walk back to the dugout. Ollie Snart. That one was skied quite high, so he had the time to get himself underneath it. Ladies and gentlemen, Simba Mudimu, 43 runs as Peterhouse lose their 3rd wicket. Man next in, Ross Mills. Any Ross Mills fans out here? Killer Miller, as he's affectionately known. But Stuart Carr will be quite happy with his effort. After 1.3 overs, his figures are 4 for 1. So it's been very, very well bowled spell by Stuart Carr. Swept, it's a bit too full. Camel Macmillan moving his tally to 28 runs. And Peterhouse, ladies and gentlemen, through that boundary, register the 100. It has come after 14.5 overs. Straight back to the bowler, tidying up his own work to cap off a brilliant over. And after his 2 overs, 1 for 8 are his figures. Peterhouse find themselves 103 for the loss of 3 wickets with 5 to go in this inning.
Slight misfield on the boundary, but no harm done. Snart to his 2nd over. Ross Mills off the mark. He can't bowl that to Macmillan. Half a dozen. Peterhouse marching on. It's a full toss from Snart. Gets Mac the 30s. Goes again, same result, this one even further. 2 sixes in the over. Macmillan moves on to 40. No ball, says the umpire, for a double bounce, so should be a free hit. Six more, that's come out the middle of the bat. And almost over the Dura wall. So 3 sixes to Macmillan off the over. Macmillan now 46 of 30 deliveries. Peterhouse, that's just the injection they needed into the innings. 123 for 3 after 16. So Micklewright, he's bowled 2 overs, 0 for 7. It's been a good first 2 overs from him earlier on. He's now come back and trusted to bowl the death overs. Peterhouse in a good position, 3 down, and an opportunity to launch with wickets in hand. Macmillan at the crease, 46 of 30 balls. Mills 1 off his single delivery. Goes big, and that will stay hit as well. 6 more to Peterhouse in the slot from Micklewright, and Mills helps himself to 6 over mid-on. Good start to the over for Peterhouse. It's good work at 45. Just the single. Inside edge from Mills. Changes here for Micklewright. Looks like he's got it spot on. His field placing now. Just the single. So halfway through the 17th over, 8 runs off it. Can they make this over count, Peterhouse? Just the one. He's got enough on that, Macmillan, and that takes Macmillan to 50. Good innings from young Macmillan, 51 off 30, 3 fours and 4 sixes, leading the charge here for Peterhouse. Dot ball ends the 17th. This partnership now worth 37 between Mills and Macmillan. Ross Mills 9 off 4 balls, Macmillan 51 off 33. 3 overs left in the innings. That's going to be Matthew Beamish from the southern end. He'll be bowling to Mills, the left-hander. Couple of changes in the field for Beamish. Right, we're ready. Mills goes hard, just a single. Gets Macmillan back on strike. Nice and straight. But it's good fielding on the mid-on boundary. Just the one. So Mills back on strike. Has the short boundary in his favour. Looked like a little slower ball from Beamish. It's well bowled. So pretty good over so far for St Andrews A. Just the 2 from it, 2 balls left. Macmillan just happy to take a single off the last ball of the 18th. Keep the strike. 140 for 3. Good over from Beamish. Beamish finishes with 4 overs, 1 for 28 in spell. And Micklewright will finish his quota of 4. He'll bowl the second last over from the northern end to Campbell Macmillan on 53. Macmillan happy to just rotate the strike, give it back to Mills. Goes for the catch. He's done well. Just the single.
Who's that fielder?
Great work from Oliver Snart on the boundary. Wanted to go for the catch. Would have been an absolute cracker. And it ends up just being 1 to Ross Mills. Good delivery from Micklewright. Slower ball. Macmillan not phased. 3 balls left in the over. It's been a good one for St Andrews so far. Low full toss. Sometimes best place to bowl. Macmillan picks up a single. So 3 off the over, 2 balls to go. 143 for 3. Mills again goes to long on, just the 1. Have a look at Macmillan gets inside the ball, ramps it down to fine leg, and picks up the boundary to end the 19th. So 148 for 3, Peterhouse. 1 over to go. Micklewright completes his 4 overs, 0 for 28. And the last over will be bowled by Msube from the southern end. He'll be bowling to Ross Mills. He's bowled 2 overs for 20. Length was right, line not. So umpire Ino Chubby has asked him to re-bowl that. That boundary, or that wide, brings up the 50-run partnership for Peterhouse. Nice and full. Just the single. Oh, Campbell McMillan, full toss into the car park. Campbell McMillan right in the slot on leg stump, hammered away to the leg side boundary. Bowled him. That's a good knock from Campbell McMillan, but Msube has his man, and a fantastic effort from young Campbell McMillan. 60 or 40 balls. It included 5 sixes and 4 fours, and really putting his team in a good position here. They lose their 4th wicket, Peterhouse, with 3 balls to go in the innings, 156 for 4. And Cole Eckstein comes to the crease for Peterhouse. Quick single. So the left-handed Mills on strike. He's got 14 off 11. 2 balls left in the innings. Smith. And a good delivery will end the innings. It's a good comeback from Sube after the 6. So, at the end of the allotted 20 overs in the final, Peterhouse will end 158 for 4. It'll mean that St Andrews A will need 159 for victory. Simba Muduma at the top of the order, 43 of 41 deliveries. Kian Arnold 21 of 19. Bennett just the 4 of 6. Campbell McMillan the pick, 65 of 41. And Ross Mills at the end, 15 not out of 13. The bowlers for St Andrews, Zach Mickelwright, wicketless. His 4 overs went for 28. Just the 1 over from Bert White that went for 13. Beamish was 1 for 28 of 4. Storrer 1 for 19 of 4. Mube was 1 for 30 of his 3. Stuart Carr 1 for 8 of 2. And Oliver Snart, unfortunately, getting taken to the cleaners by Macmillan the 1 over. His 2 costing 27. So 159 is what they will require to win the game.
The ground stuff.
To clean up the pitch.
Yes.
A request for the ground staff to come and remark the pitch, please. The umpires are asking for a clean-up of the pitch. So if we can have the ground staff quickly onto the main field.
Well, welcome to the chase of this very imposing total for St. Andrews College A. They are looking for 159 runs in these 20 overs, and it is definitely going to be a chase. Coming to the crease, Zach Micklewright, Alex Griffin. They will get this chase underway. And of course, opening the bowling for Peterhouse will be Cole Eckstein to try and defend 158. Ladies and gentlemen, we are up for a humdinger. And here we go. Immediately through, and they are going to pick up the first 2 runs of the innings. So Cole Eckstein that one looking to go through the covers, but well fielded by Peterhouse. Remember, the players are in the circle for the power play. Misses it. It was short and wide, and that's a dot. Goes for it over the top. A couple of bounces, and it goes for 4. So first boundary of the innings here goes to Zach Micklewright. More like a Chinese cut, misses the stumps and goes for 4. So 2 boundaries immediately, and that's a very decent start so far for St. Andrews College. And that one just turned into the leg side for a single. And that's the end of that in the first over, 10 runs. So a good start for St. Andrews College. So coming into the attack is Ross Mills. Goes for it just over the top, and that looks like it's going to trickle over the boundary for another 4. And so St. Andrews doing quite well within this power play. Now 15 without loss after 1.1. Slower delivery, but that one has been edged down towards the third man region. Good fielding there just to keep it to 2. Oh, missed out on that one. A huge heave, looking to put it into the car park, but missing it all ends up. So 2 consecutive dots here. Goes for the big one, and it is a big one. It's gone all the way for 6. So this is a really fantastic start by St. Andrews, showing some real intent. Looking to go through the covers, well fielded. And that's the end of the over. St. Andrews College are 23 without loss after 2 overs. Would love to thank our sponsors for making all this possible, this wonderful entertainment. Our title sponsors, CABS, for making sure that we are entertained throughout this weekend. I'd also love to thank some of our corporate sponsors, FedEx Zimbabwe, Zadza Matura, National Foods, NatPack, West Prop Zimbabwe, Troika Design Workshop, and Mukuru. Thank you to all of our sponsors for making this possible. So coming in for his second over, Cole Eckstein will be looking to put some screws. My apologies, Cody Marilia. They've appealed, but umpire Foster Mtizwa not interested. Again, a dab and a quick run. So good running by St. Andrews there. Through the legs down to the square leg region just for a quick single. So this is a decent over and hopefully will tie down the run rate. But this is an electric start from St. Andrews in this power play. That one is pulled over the mid-wicket region. And that one goes all the way to the boundary for a 4. So taking the score to 29 here for Andrews. So they are motoring along. Here are St. Andrews. Looking for an edge. It was wide, but unable to get some bat on that one. A great big thank you to all of you as fans for coming out and making this a spectacle. Pulled once again for another boundary. So Alex Griffin in on the party, and that's over up. And it is 33 without loss after 3 overs. The current run rate is 11. It's quite electric, but I'm sure Peterhouse has an opportunity to pull this one back. So Cole Eckstein coming back into the attack. That one again turned round the corner for a single. So just setting up the field there, Cole Eckstein. Hopefully the ball will go to one of the fielders, because so far it has been finding gaps. Looking for another quick run, but Mudimu right there to make sure that that doesn't happen. Going for a huge heave, and that one comes all the way to the boundary. But that was an edge, and it is a 4 added to the total. So Alex Griffin just quite lucky there that the edge went through. That one has been heaved to the leg side, and it's gone all the way for 6. Again, that one is edged past the keeper just for a single after that huge hit for 6. So St. Andrews here looking really confident. That's a cut shot, and there was nothing that Mataranika could do about that one. Goes straight for 4. So these first few overs within the power play have been really expensive for Peterhouse, as this takes St. Andrews College to 49 without loss after 4 overs. Looking like a walk in the park. Edge down to third man, and that brings up. Will give them some extra runs. 3 in actual fact. And good running from St. Andrews. Would have been very, very close. Short, cut, and that will be 4. So short and wide, and Alex Griffin jumped onto that one with no hesitation. That one a little bit foolish, straight to point, on the backward point region, and that is the end of the. And definitely St. Andrews are smiling all the way to the bank. 57 without loss after 5 overs, going at a current run rate of 11.4. St. Andrews only need 102 of 90. So it looks like the captain is taking over proceedings now. Tendekai Maranyika looking for some wickets now. If Peterhouse are going to find and cordage, crop serve, Peterhouse, Kellogg, Zimbabwe. Oh, goodness me. Field there allows a single. You definitely can't build pressure with misfields. Well, good delivery, but they scamper through for a single. That will be signaled leg byes. A little bit of a victim there. And they do scamper through for 1. It is a bye. Again, just dabbed towards the point region. And so Mataranyika proving to be a little bit difficult to get away here. So this might be the opportunity Peterhouse is looking for. Without loss after 6 overs. Ross Mills coming back into the attack. So it looks like spin bowlers are bowling a tandem at this point to try and quell the run rate, because it is running away right now. Goes for it. Almost chipped it to Mataranyika there. So decent bowling here from Ross Mills, taking some pace off the ball. Tries to go for a huge hit, but misses that one as well. So really smart tactical bowling by Ross Mills here. Looking to stop that one. They do scamper through for a single. So a really good over from Peterhouse here. Only 2 runs. So Tendai Mataranyika back in the attack. Stepping out and down to long on. Covers some ground to get there just for a single. Straight down the ground.
Zach is just going. Zach is number 1. Yeah, what was your 39? 39 of 24.
Goes for a sweep shot. There's going to be a lot of distance to be covered. It is another boundary here. That one was way down the leg side and got the treatment. So 2 consecutive. A little bit short, cut, but down to the boundary rider. Just for a single. Driven through the offside, but immediately stopped there. Darts it in, but driven through the covers. Just for a single. And that's the end of that over. And St. Andrews College are 75 without loss after 8 overs.
.1 so far. Short and burst through the hands of Govan for a single. Another run to the total for St Andrews. 77 for no loss after 8.3. Griffin watchful there. Dot ball. Short in the slot, and Griffin deposits that over the corporate tents. Mighty heave there from Alex Griffin. 6 runs, 83 for no loss now after 8.5. Can't bowl there to Alex Griffin, powerful batsman. Short and wide, and Griffin nudges that into the offside for 1, so he will retain the strike. End of the 9th over. St Andrews are 84 for no loss. They need a further 75 or 66. Mataranika to carry on from the Hartman House end, yeah. Drop and run. Good running there from the 2 openers of St Andrews. Micklewright back on strike now. Clears the front leg and into the outfield. Coming down the wicket early was Griffin and seen by Mataranika, so fired it in short. Another dot ball. No run again. Griffin finding Mudimu at point. Tidy over so far for Mataranika, just the 2 off it. Got Fuller there, and Griffin obliging by getting it through the covers finally for a single. So at the end of the 10th over, they are 87 without loss, 72 required now. They're currently going at 8.7, need a further 7.2 and over if they're going to get over the line here. Griffin will be on strike. Short, dabbed to Gao for 1. Rotating strike quite nicely now, Griffin. Micklewright back on strike. Change of field for the left-hander. Mills making sure everyone's in place. Down the ground. Eckstein does well to make up the ground there, but unfortunately fumbles it slightly, and the batsman come back for a second. So totals now 90 for St Andrews. Premeditated reverse sweep. Mills follows him. Good bowling there from Mills. Dot ball. Unfortunately, Captain Mataranika can't get underneath that one. So, was that the chance for Peterhouse? Micklewright skying one to mid on, and Mataranika just couldn't quite get there. 91 for no loss. Again, Griffin dabbing it into the offside for 1. 92 now is this partnership between Alex Griffin and Zach Micklewright. They have batted well so far. Again, reverse lap, and that brings up Zach Micklewright's 50. He's batted well. 53 from 32 balls. It's been an aggressive innings from the opener. And at the end of the 11th over, St Andrews find themselves 96 for no loss, needing a further 63 or 54. That run rate's come down a little bit. They just need to go at 7s if they're going to get over the line here. And change a bowler from Minnie McDonald's house end. It will be Sean Bennett into the attack. Griffin on strike now. Full from Bennett. Griffin gets it out. Dot ball. Down the ground. Meets it on the full toss, and a big 6 there over the side screen. And Griffin just starting to free his arms here. Big hit there. Partnership 102 from these two batsmen. It's 100 up for St Andrews. They've batted well so far. Short. Griffin into the offside outfield for 1. 103 for no loss now. 11 and a half gone. Micklewright down the ground for 1. Gow does the tidying up there. 104 for no loss. Short to ball into Mudimu's hands for 1. 105 now, St Andrews have. Micklewright back on strike. And outside the batsman's arc. Can't get any bats on it, can Micklewright. So they end the 12th over, 105 for no loss. They require 54, 48. Currently going at 8.7 and over. All they need is just over 6s, and they should get there. So Griffin will be on strike facing Mudimu. Hasn't bowled yet in this innings. This is his favoured end. Just making sure X-Teen's in position on the long on boundary. Down the leg side, umpire Mtizwa raising his arms. So we'll be asked to bowl that again, will Mudimu. Dabbed it to Gal. And that brings up Alex Griffin's half century. These two have batted well together. 50 runs for the big opener from Grahamstown.
You laugh too hard.
Short. Driven into the mid-wicket boundary. Great fielding there from Kian Arnold. Saving his side a certain 4. It's 2 more to the total. Nicola Wright using the crease nicely there and carving it away for another boundary. They're doing it with ease at the moment, manipulating where the bowler is going to bowl. Premeditated from Zach McElwright. Mudimu tried to follow him, but went a little bit too wide and paid the price. Down the ground. X-Teen after it. Griffin. And McElwright stutter start. And lucky to get there. So 2 more to the total. 115 now without loss. 12.4 gone. And there's a delicate little touch there from McElwright. Paddle sweep. Fine. 4-4. Classy stroke there from the opening bat of St Andrews. Very Dave Warner-esque, that shot. And worked off his hips to Govan for 1. So at the end of the 13th over, it is 120 for no loss. They require a further 39 runs at just over 5 and over. These two opening bats from St Andrews College putting on a big partnership thus far. McElwright striking at 171. He will be on strike after this short little break. Captain Mtonyika just trying to cheer up his charges. Words of inspiration, hopefully from the skip from Marindera.
I'm sure they just got told, just take it to the
7 overs to go, ladies and gentlemen, in what has been a fantastic 4 days of cricket here at St George's College. Credit goes to all the sponsors involved, as well as everyone behind the scenes. I think St George's ground staff have done a fantastic job to prepare for this tournament. Bennett to continue. Down the ground for 1. A lot quicker there from Bennett, but dab 1. So still rotating the strike quite nicely are St Andrews. Out of his crease, down the ground, and 6 runs. Just too much on that. Eckstein was in it for a while, but watched it go over his head. Runs to Micklewright. He moves on to 74 now. 128 for no loss. Wow, absolute peach there from Bennett. Micklewright couldn't see that one. And he's bowled him, has Sean Bennett. That's the first breakthrough, but it ends a magnificent partnership between the 2 opening bats from St Andrews. 128 on the board, and Micklewright departs on 74. Big innings there from the opener. And at the fall of that wicket, young Brad Storer walks to the crease. Great comeback there from Bennett after getting deposited for 6 over long on. Dot ball followed by a quicker straighter one and bowled him. Brad Storer walks to the crease. Still 1 ball left in this over. .31 required of 37 for St Andrews. And finishes up the over quite nicely. There does Sean Bennett. Dot ball. So at the end of the 14th over, St Andrews find themselves 128 for 1. Further 31 runs required at just over 5 and over. Mudimu to continue from the National Parks end. A lot fuller there from Mudimu. Govan a lot closer there. Save Ingle. So Griffin still on strike. Dot ball. Again, another dot ball from Mudimu. Bowl 16, cool as you like, on the long on boundary. And Alex Griffin departs shortly after his opening partner, Mudimu, with the breakthrough. It's now 128 for 2. And with the fall of that wicket, Matt Beamish walks to the crease at the fall of that wicket, and all of a sudden things have changed dramatically here. Cruising at one stage, whatever Captain Matonyika told his boys has worked. 2 quick breakthroughs in succession. So 14 and a half gone, and St Andrews are 128 for 2. Solid from Stora. Matonyika does the tidying up in the covers. Dot ball. And again, through the covers. Has he placed it well enough? He has. Stora comes back for the second. Great running there from Beamish. Ran the first one hard. So 2 more to the total. 130 now for St Andrews for the loss of 2 wickets. Oh, umpire Mtizwa adjudicating that wasn't wide. So getting away with one there was Mudimu. And at the end of the 15th over, St Andrews 130 for 2. They need a further 29 runs off 30 balls. 5.8 is the required run rate. They're going at just over 8s at the moment. Beamish and Stora at the crease for St Andrews. Bennett to continue. That looked like the leg spinner there from Bennett. Off spinner there. Edged, under edge, and Beamish departs without troubling the scorers. Caught Macmillan. And whatever Matonyika said to the boys just before the 13th over seems to be paying off at the moment. 130 for 3 now. And then walks the keeper Matthew Poole for St Andrews. $130 for 3. 3 quick wickets for Peterhouse. Have the Kings from Marindera finally woken up? Bennett coming around. Poole. Swing and a miss. Gone through everyone. Govan after this. And just can't haul it in. So 4 by signalled by umpire Chabi. 134 for 3 now. 15 and a half gone. A lot quicker through the air there from young Sean Bennett. Oh, a bit of bounce there from the spinner. Dot ball. Flighted. Down the leg side. Umpire Chabi doesn't signal wide. Macmillan has taken that on the inside of the thigh. Again, playing all around it. And umpire Chabi raising his finger of death. And LBW, all of a sudden, St Andrews, 134 for 5 now. Sorry, for 4. That ends the 16th over. There is still required 25 of 24. It's getting tense now. Crowd right into it at the moment. Macmillan still in a bit of pain from that one down the leg side. First aid to the rescue. After making that run out there, Macmillan's told them, no, I'm fine, I'm alright. In walks Sibusiso, or Stora, as he's affectionately known as in Grahamstown. No, I said walks in. No. Oh, through the legs. Oh, timely boundary there for Stora. And Kian Arnold will want to find the biggest hole to bury himself in after that one. Straight through the long barrier. 138 for 4 now. Flights it again. Beats. Mataronika. Bennett on the long off boundary. Tidies up. Got. Nudge down the ground, straight off the mark. There's Shoda. Been told he's the most laid back character in Graham. Beamish, around the corner. Storer rather. Coming back for 2. Pressure in the outfield there. Gao just fumbling it there. We'll get it right eventually, boys. Tired. Dot ball. This Modimo over has gone for 8 so far. Bit of air. Out to Arnold. Hey! Stops that one. For the 1. And that ends the 17th over. 143 for 4 now. 16 off 18. Bennett to continue from Minnie MacDonald's house end. 3 for 17 in his 3. Stara looking to guide that down to third man. Good ball from Bennett Dot. Oh, that one ripped. It's turning out there, Macmillan. Short, helped on his way. Govan can't get there. 4 more runs to the total. 4 more to Stora. 147 for 4. 12 or 15. Eckstein underneath it, safe as houses, takes the catch out on the long off boundary, and that's the end of Stora's brief innings. He goes for 14. Andrews now 147 for 5. That's 4 for Bennett. And in walks young Wilson to the crease.
Please just announce for the fast stage representative to come in.
Please put the and in the completion of that catch, Lube is back on strike. Shoda is his nickname. Bennett. Through the gate. 5 for Sean Bennett in the final. What a performance from the young off spinner. All of a sudden, the Peterhouse tent has woken up. They found their voice. Unbelievable performance from Sean Bennett so far. One to come. Sibusiso Due out for only a few. Gone for 1. Oh, edge of your seat stuff, ladies and gentlemen. 147 for 6, 17.5 gone. 12 runs, 13 balls, 4 wickets. Sean Bennett on a hat-trick. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Nick Lane to the crease. Captain of St. Andrews at the crease facing the hat-trick ball. No pressure. Oh, unlucky there, Sean. Unlucky, but well bowled. He ends his 4 overs. 4 overs, 5 for 21. Fantastic effort there. The end of the 18th over, 147 for 6. 12 off 12. Run a ball. Captain Courageous. Tendakai Matonyika brought himself back onto the attack. Wilson has yet faced the ball.
As soon as he was on short one day.
Bull through the gate, middle stump. What a ball there from the captain of Peterhouse. 147. What a performance here from Peterhouse. Half an hour ago they looked down and out. They've fought back strongly here. Haven't given up. Full of the wickets, jab up. Jab full of the wickets. Over number 13, they picked up their first wicket. Over number 18, they've got 6 more. Tendakai Matonyika. Dot ball. 10 off 9. Oh, please don't. Pitched it up, down the ground. Eckstein after it. He cuts it off. Great boundary effort there from Eckstein. 2 runs to the total. Body on the line. 151 for 7. 8 off 8. Quicker. Quick single. Who missed that? Who missed that?
That was Keanu. But please don't say
No. Unlucky there. Trying to save the single. Doing everything right. Just bobbled out of Kean Arnold. Lane on strike now. How many? 7 runs of 7 balls. Tarnyika just trying to get his field right. Pushing Marilia around. Oh, swing and a miss. What an over there from the captain of Peterhouse. Just the 5 runs off of that over. He finishes with figures 4 overs, 1 for 22. 19 overs gone, 152 for 7. 7 runs required of 6 balls. What a final this has turned out to be. Simba Mudimu, the man tasked with bowling the final over. Change of bowler, Simba Mudimu.
So it's Simba's.
Oliver Smart on strike. Simba Mudimu from Mini McDonald's House End. 7 runs, 6 balls. Short. Into the covers for 1.
Oh no, what are you doing?
Mills firing it into the keeper. Good hands there from Macmillan. 6 or 5. 5 for a super over. Down the track. Dot ball. 6 or 4. Lane on strike. Pushing Mills back is Taranyika, bringing up Kian Arnold. Yes, no, yes, no. No, you've got to go back to the boundary, Mills. Oh, swing and a miss. It's through, Macmillan. Malaya after it. Go, you good thing. He gets there. 3 runs for St Andrews. 3 byes. Leg bar signal by the umpire. Down the ground. Snot. Didn't want the second there. He's had an equipment malfunction. Two off 2. 1 to tie.
Just take the single out of the score, please.
Nick Lane on strike. A lot of support here for Peterhouse. Tonyika just making sure his field is set right. Lane. Down to mid-off. 4-1. Scores are level. 1 run off 1 ball. Edge of your seat stuff. 158 for 7. Scores are tied. Simba Mudimu. Can he pull it off for a side? Ollie Snart on strike. Snart, jabbed to the crease, going for a single. Can he get it away? What is that by Charlie saying? What is the decision? Finger raised. We've gone to a super over there, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? 128 for no loss. And Peterhouse have clawed it back here. We will go down to a super over. Is it out? That is